Halstead Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
Good evening and welcome to Mayville State University, the Louis Lee Fieldhouse, as we get ready for day 2 of the North Dakota Division A Region 2 basketball playoffs, the boys basketball playoffs. Our first of 2 semifinal games has the Devils Lake Firebirds taking on the Winds-Minnewaukan Indians. Number 1 in the state against number 3 in the state. How you doing, everyone? I'm Joe Lancello. Thanks for joining us on yourliveevent.com. Kevin Kochman is here also. And our pregame show is brought to you by Irie Insurance. Get the insurance protection you want with the customer service you deserve at Irie Insurance. They cover it all from home, auto, crop, commercial, and benefits insurance. Go to IrieINS.com to get a free quote. IHRYINS.com. Both teams coming off victories in yesterday's opening round. Winds-Minnewaukan, the top seed here, defeated Harvey-Wells County 82-47. The Indians forced 28 turnovers by my count. 4 players in double figures. Morel Deng with 19, Jonte Delorme 18. 13 for Joran Lonis and 12 for Tyler Black Jr. The Indians come in with a record of 20-2 on the season. As for Devils Lake, the Firebirds, not much trouble with Thompson at all, winning that game 64-37. Devils Lake now on a 5-game winning streak, and their record is 15-7 on the year. Should be an interesting matchup to see how the Devils Lake guards, the Palmer twins, Max and Mason, do. Mason with several three-point shots in the Firebirds' win last night. And likewise, Winds-Minnewaukan had just 5 threes as a team, 3 from Jonte Delorme. So this will be interesting to see what happens. Winds-Minnewaukan won both regular season meetings between the two teams, 86-61 on January the 5th, and then 60-46 on February the 10th. We talked about it last night, how Mayport CG was able to get their 3rd win of the season, or faced Hillsborough Central Valley for the 3rd time last night, and Hillsborough Central Valley was not able to pull off the trifecta. Mayport CG with an upset win, 54-48. They will take on Grafton in our second semifinal later tonight. We'll go downstairs and check in with the coaches, Rick Smith from Winds-Minnewaukan and Dustin Brodina of Devils Lake, and we'll do that after these messages on yourliveevent.com.
Before the farming season moves forward, there's one important decision to make. Every year brings unknowns. Weather, markets, yields. Multi-peril crop insurance helps protect the work you put in long before harvest. The MPCI crop insurance closing deadline is March 16th. At Irie Insurance, we've helped generations of farmers plan ahead with confidence. Let's make sure you're ready. Contact Irie Insurance for guidance you can trust.
Sharing our heritage, sharing our future. Choosing the right bank for your financial needs can be challenging with the many choices available. Dakota Heritage Bank is pleased you're interested in knowing more about what they can do for you. The Dakota Heritage Bank community bank setting is a strong advantage they have over larger, less personal banks. Customers are more than account numbers, they are friends and neighbors. Working together, Dakota Heritage Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Hey, how are you? How can we help you today?
You know this old gal's been good to me, but I was looking for something with a little more speed.
You know, I think I have just the right car for you.
So, what do you got for me?
Serving those who served us since 1923.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting, with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
We continue with our postgame show from Mayville State University. Coaches' interviews brought to you by Dakota Heritage Bank, sharing our heritage, sharing our future, with locations in North Dakota and Minnesota, dhb.bank. I'm joined now by Dustin Brodina, the coach of the Devils Lake Firebirds, winners yesterday over Thompson. Talk about that game.
Yeah, it was a tough game. You know, Thompson come out really hard and played really good defense, you know, and we were able to get some shots to knock down. Second half, we got some defense, some turnovers, and you know, it's tough. They didn't want to lose either. You know, it's a win or go home situation. So they gave us a lot, and I thought we executed really well in the second half.
The Palmer boys had a solid night too. Max and Mason both.
Yeah, Max and Mason. They kind of play off each other really well, and Max stepped up, hit some shots in the second half, and really helped us a lot.
Kate Feed got some inside points for you and did a nice job, I thought, yesterday.
Yeah, absolutely. Cade did a great job. You know, they were really helping off of our dribble drive, so we put Cade a little opposite, and he got a lot of dump offs last night, and then he did a great job of positioning himself.
Tell me about something you've got on the team. Briar Ekstrom, when I interviewed him after a regular season game, he came up with a belt that looks like a wrestling or boxing champion would have. What exactly is that for?
So what we got is a Dirty Bird. It's called the Dirty Bird, and kind of Dirty Bird is a representative of somebody that works really hard, does a lot of things during the game. You know, a lot of little things. Sometimes it's points, sometimes it's rebounds, sometimes it's playing really, really good defense that night, and then we give it to whoever that person is at the end of the game.
So who got it yesterday?
Max got it yesterday because he came up with some clutch baskets, some turnovers, got us going.
Okay, what will be the important things today against Winds-Minnewaukan? You faced them twice, came out on the short end both times. What do you look to do differently today?
Well, you know, I think the biggest thing is our defense, you know, and we gave up 86 and 60 points to them, and if we give up that many points, it's going to be tough for us to win. So defense starts on the defensive end, keeping them in check, you know, limit their shots, limit their wide open shots and their second shots, no offensive rebounds, hopefully, you know, and then be disciplined on offense, you know, not give the ball up and no turnovers.
All right, best of luck. Should be a good game.
Yep, thanks, Joe.
Dustin Brodina, coach of the Devils Lake Fireworks. Our pregame coaches' comments brought to you by Dakota Heritage Bank, sharing our heritage, sharing our future, with locations in North Dakota and Minnesota, dhb.bank. We'll continue with our pregame show as Devils Lake gets ready to face Winds-Minnewaukan after these messages on yourliveevent.com.
When you want quality nutrition for your livestock that's made right here in North Dakota, there's one name farmers trust: Feed Mix in Harvey. At Feed Mix, they produce a full range of feeds, from beef and swine to poultry, goats, sheep, minerals, and specialty rations, all tailored to fit the needs of your operation. Need feed delivered directly to your yard or pasture? They bring it to you. Their feed specialists are here to help you get the most out of your livestock and your land. Feed Mix in Harvey. Call them today, 701-324-2201.
Farming today doesn't always feel the same way it used to. Then again, some of it feels all the same. Maybe it isn't so much the jobs that changed, but how they get done. Now that's a different story. Everything got bigger and smaller at the same time. Insurance, accounting, and taxes can get complicated, so you need someone who's looking to keep every dollar possible in your pocket. Ag Country.
We continue with our pregame coaches' comments brought to you by Dakota Heritage Bank, sharing our heritage, sharing our future, with locations in North Dakota and Minnesota, dhb.bank. Rick Smith, the coach of the Winds-Minnewaukan Indians, joins us now, coming off a nice win yesterday in the opening game against Harvey Wells County. 82 points on the board says plenty, but so does holding your opposition to 21 points in the second half yesterday.
Yeah, it's always a goal of ours to try and limit their possessions and try to get more possessions for us. I thought we did a pretty good job of that last night. After first quarter, we got off to a little slow start, but I think everybody did yesterday. And once we got going, once we start forcing some turnovers, we start getting some easy baskets for us.
And The athleticism of Morel Deng showed yesterday, and Jonte Delorme also with a solid game with 18 points.
They've been our leaders all year. You know, those are the guys that got to step up for us in this new season that we're in. And, you know, we lean to our seniors all year, and they got to lead us, you know, and that's what they're there for. They've had senior leadership all year, and I don't see anything for them to change it.
One thing you hope doesn't change is the outcome against Devils Lake, as you've played them twice and beaten them twice comfortably.
Well, the first time, you know, without Max and Mason. Second time, first game back, and, you know, like I told somebody last night, you know, when you're bringing kids back off injuries or off sickness, and you try to put them back in your lineup, it just takes some time, you know, and we knew that was going to happen. You know, they struggled a little bit that night against us, but they've been going strong ever since, and you know, they played against our kids most of their life. They're gonna lay it all on the line like we are tonight.
It's kind of like in minor league sports. It's not necessarily how you did in the regular season when it gets to playoff time. It's the team you have on that particular day.
Absolutely. You know, like I've told people before, you play 21 practice games, and you try to learn, you try to improve, you try to get better each and every game. You see what teams do to you. You see what teams show your weaknesses at, and you just try and improve each and every game. Now we're in this new season where everybody is 1-0. Now Devils Lake wants to go 1-0 tonight. We want to go 1-0 tonight, and it should be a good game against with two really good teams on the floor.
All right, Rick Smith, coach of the Winds-Minnewaukan Indians, thank you so much. Best of luck tonight.
Thank you so much.
And those are our pregame coaches' comments, brought to you by Dakota Heritage Bank, sharing our heritage, sharing our future, with locations in North Dakota and Minnesota. DHB.bank. We'll continue with our pregame show as we're about 10 minutes away from tip-off between Winds-Minnewaukan and Devils Lake in the Division A Region 2 semifinals from Mayville State University. We'll be right back on YourLiveEvent.com.
Embrace the joy of community at Halstead Living Center and Heritage House in Halstead, where wonderful neighbors and energetic minds come together. If you're seeking more than just a place to call home, you found the right spot with Halstead Living Center and Heritage House. Whether your interests lie in music, agriculture, sports, or dancing, you'll find someone who shares your passion and expertise. Discover a fulfilling lifestyle filled with connection and celebration with Halstead Living Center and Heritage House in Halstead. Get more information by calling 218-456-2105 or log on to halsteadlivingcenter.com.
On the road or right here at home, there's a place that has you covered. Just off the highway in Fezzen, fuel up with gas, grab all your convenience store favorites, pick up select hardware items, and don't miss their great homemade food. Need propane, fuel, or gas in bulk? They've got tankers available. Call for pricing. And in Harvey, they're right where you need them. Gas, snacks, hot food, and more, all in one convenient stop. 2 locations, small town service, big on convenience. Stop in today. Farmers Union Oil in Fezzen or the Harvey One Stop. They're glad you're here.
I used to tell my 8th grade girls basketball team that every time they missed a layup, it gave me another gray hair. We even had a play named Gray Hair because most of the time it led to a layup. I also taught my teams how to put on a full court press. That is what teachers are doing academically here at Hillsborough Public School. We are applying an academic press by setting high expectations and teaching the standards required by the state. If you're looking for a school that is applying an academic press, come and visit Hillsborough Public Schools.
Goose River Bank is here for the communities we serve, building relationships that last a lifetime. Serving the strong Red River Valley and beyond, we are your neighbors, friends, and family, committed to providing everything from everyday personal banking to loans for your farm or business. Visit one of our locations in Mayville, Hillsborough, or Hatton, or reach out and we'll happily come to you, because it's the neighborly thing to do. Goose River Bank. Strong bank, strong communities.
Jacobson Red Angus Annual Bull Sale, Thursday, March 19th at the ranch near Hitterdall, Minnesota. 60 of the region's highest quality Red Angus bulls, plus 12 elite hand-picked registered heifers. Request a catalog today. Same reliable program, new exciting genetics. March 19th, the Annual Bull Sale. Visit Facebook Jacobson Red Angus or call Gary Jacobson 701-361-3189. Jacobson Red Angus Annual Bull Sale. The sale will be live on TV auction. Thursday, March 19th, 1 p.m.
The best thing about winter in Devil's Lake is the ice fishing. Just dropping a line down the hole and waiting for that big whopper to bite. Winter can cause some big problems too, like with your furnace and heating systems. That's when you need to get Clements on the line. They service all fuel types and all makes and models of heating systems.
Jay, aren't you supposed to be in school?
Just keep a nice house warm for you, Dad.
And we'll come back to the Irie Insurance pregame show. Joe Lancello and Kevin Kochman with you from Mayville State University. Our pregame show brought to you by Irie Insurance. Get the insurance protection you want with the customer service you deserve at Irie Insurance. They cover it all from home, auto, crop, commercial, and benefits insurance. Go to IrieINS.com to get a free quote. In case you missed the games yesterday in the Region 2 tournament, for Winds-Minnewaukan, the top seed defeated Harvey-Wells County 82-47. Devils Lake, ranked third in the state but seeded fourth in this tournament, defeated Thompson 64-37. Then in the evening games, it was Grafton, the second seed, over Carrington 71-52. And where did I put my Grafton score sheet? Oh, well, there we go. Reggie Rice, 23 points. Brody Lillamone, 20. Aiden McMillan with 16. Rare for Grafton to have three players in double figures, and they're going to need all the scoring they can get from all the sources they can get if they want to advance against Mayport CG, who pulled off the only surprise in this tournament as the Patriots, the sixth seed, defeated third seed Hillsborough Central Valley 54-48 in what was an excellent game. Nice way to go out on a high note with last night. We'll see what happens today. Now, all four teams today here are assured of a game on Thursday. The question will be whether it's for third place or for first place. And we'll talk more about that when we return after these messages on YourLiveEvent.com. It's safe to say we have it pretty good in the Drayton, North Dakota area. Growing sugar beets, making sugar, bringing a little sweetness to the world. Every day, American Crystal Sugar produces sweet products people love in a place we love to call home. It's a thing we like to call the sweet life, and we're proud to share it with you. American Crystal Sugar's Drayton facility wants you to enjoy the events in the communities of our area. Here's to living the sweet life. American Crystal Sugar, Drayton.
Successful teams need a place to practice when the weather doesn't cooperate or the teams just need an extra swing. The Mayport Youth Center provides that option for the Mayport CG School District, summer baseball and softball teams. The Mayport Youth Center is an indoor facility that includes batting cages and field turf. In the winter, the facility is home to the Mayport Ice Dog hockey team. Good luck to the Mayport CG Patriots from the Mayport Youth Center.
The World of Outlaws late models are coming to Norman County Raceway on June 30th, 2026. Infield seating, your chance to meet your favorite National Touring Series drivers, and much, much more. Tickets are available now at ncraceway.com. Order yours today. And we'll see you June 30th, 2026.
Continuing with our Irie Insurance pregame show, I mentioned before we went to break that all four teams playing tonight are assured of a game on Thursday. The two teams that win our semifinals will play for the championship, of course, on Thursday night. but the teams that lose will play for third place. And that'll be the first game on Thursday night here from Mayville State University. If you're not familiar with the Division A basketball format in North Dakota, there are 4 regions. All 4 region champions advance through the state tournament. And then there are play-in games, state qualifiers, where the runner-up in Region 2 will play the third-place team from Region 1, with that winner going to state. And then we have vice versa, the runner-up from District 1 playing the third-place team from Region 2, and the winner of that game going to state. And the same thing works with Districts 3 and 4 out west. So that'll give us an 8-team field for the state Class A tournament next week. And plenty more games on YourLiveEvent.com today. We'll have both of these games here for Winds-Minnewaukan against Devils Lake on the stream you're watching right now. And then following that, we'll have the game between Grafton and Mayport CEG. Kevin Kochman will have the play-by-play of that one. That will be on a different stream, also on YourLiveEvent.com. That's our pregame show, brought to you by Irie Insurance. Get the insurance protection you want with the customer service you deserve at Irie Insurance. They cover it all from home, auto, crop, commercial, and benefits insurance. Go to IrieINS.com to get a free quote. IHRYINS.com. We'll be back with the starting lineups and more as Devils Lake takes on 4 Winds-Minnewaukan. Region 2A basketball on YourLiveEvent.com.
Imagine your life in Hillsborough, a place where neighbors know your name and opportunities are real. Here, you'll find affordable home lots and grants to help you build your future. In Hillsborough, safety, affordability, and community aren't just promises, they're our way of life. With a 24-hour fitness center, a strong school system, a trusted hospital, and a thriving business district, Hillsborough has everything you need to live well. Here, your family is our family, and your future shines bright. Discover Hillsborough, where small-town living means big opportunities.
In agriculture, the one thing you can count on is uncertainty. What if the GPS short circuits in your tractor? Do you have equipment breakdown coverage? Nodak Insurance has been insuring farmers and ranchers for over 70 years, and we've come across about every scenario you can imagine. Hi, I'm Chris Moen, your agent with answers at Nodak Insurance Company. I know insurance, I know North Dakota, and I might even know you. Call me today for details on how we can protect your farming operation at 757-1613.
Our Savior's Lutheran Church in Hillsborough, North Dakota invites you to experience the love of God. Our Savior supports all youth with academics, athletics, music, art, dance, and drama, and offer meaningful opportunities for people of all ages. Join us for worship at 8:30 or 10:30 each Sunday morning, in person or watch on television, HTC Channel 34, or online, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, or at oslchillsboro.com.
Our Peterson Farm seed reps, real-life seed heroes, well, they've been known to go the extra mile, literally thousands of extra miles every year. And when they're not driving gravel roads, they're out walking fields and sampling soil. When time is the enemy, they're there to save what's left of the day. Are all Peterson Farm seed reps seed heroes? I guess that's a yes. Peterson Farm Seed, we're that kind of seed company.
Hungry and on the road, Petro Stopping Center in Fargo has got your back with an impressive lineup of goodies including Popeye's Chicken, Charlie's Cheesesteaks, Cinnabon, Papa John's, and a mouth-watering full-sized restaurant, the Dolly Down Grill. You'll be spoiled for choice. Whether you're a quick pit stopper or looking to settle in for a while, Petro Stopping Center's Fargo location has got you covered 24/7 every day of the week. Cruise on over to their spot just off 45th Street and I-94 and indulge in a feast fit for the road warrior in you.
Let's talk about price. Yeah, we've heard it. Why would I pay more for Polar when Big Wireless is cheaper? Let's break it down. With us, you're not on hold with someone who's 3 states away. Your call goes to Kimberly, or Ashley, or Tamra, someone who lives right here. When your internet's down, We're not mailing you out a box. We're sending a real person, someone that knows your name and probably your dog's name too. So yeah, we're not the cheapest. We're the best experience. Polar Communications.
Whether you're local or driving through Carrington, make sure to stop into the Prairie Inn restaurant. They have the best breakfast and coffee, but they also have some of the best dinner and supper entrees too. The Prairie Inn is your breakfast, dinner, and supper headquarters. Stop in and you can sink your teeth into some tasty sandwiches and soups. Take a trip through the Express Line salad bar with hot entree and, of course, the delicious pies and desserts. Located right by the roundabout in Carrington. Call 701-652-3976.
And welcome back to Mayville State University. Joe Lancello and Kevin Kochman with you for this Division A Region 2 semifinal between Devils Lake and Four Winds-Minnewaukan. Our starting lineups brought to you by American Crystal Sugar. Live the sweet life. Great careers, quality products, grower-owned, crystalsugar.com. For Devils Lake, the visitors, the Firebirds, number 0 is Max Palmer, a 6-foot senior. Number 1, Ben Berdina, a 6'2 sophomore. 2 is Mason Palmer, a 6-foot senior. Max Palmer is his twin brother. Number 5 is Cade Fee, a 6-foot senior. And number 21, Briar Exner, a 6-foot senior. Dustin Brodina, the coach of Devils Lake, the Firebirds, 15-7 on the year. And Devils Lake will be in the traveling red with white and black. Now for the Four Winds-Minnewaukan Indians, number 5, Morel Deng is a 6'5 senior. 11, Dason Dubois, a 5'8 junior. 23, Tyler Black Jr., a 6'1 senior. 24, Jonte Delorme, a 5'10 senior. And 32, Sylvester Alberts, a 6'4 sophomore. Rick Smith, the coach of Four Winds-Minnewaukan, the Indians 20-2 on the year. They're ranked number 1 in the state. Devils Lake 3rd in the state. And the final rankings from the North Dakota sports media. Starting lineups brought to you by American Crystal Sugar. Live the sweet life. Great careers, quality products, grower owned. crystalsugar.com. Quite a turnout from Four Winds-Minnewaukan here for this semifinal. Four Winds will go from left to right in the home white with royal blue and black. Morel Deng at 6'5", jumping center against Ben Berdina, who's 6'2". And the tap control by the Indians. Black into the front court, hands for Delorme. Black, Alberts pops out high. Delorme. For Dubois, top of the key, 18 to shoot. Deng pass into the block for Alberts. Back on top, 3 up and in by Jonte Delorme. And the Indians take a 3-0 lead. First offensive possession for Devils Lake. Brodina. Hands for Exner. Fee tried a reverse layup. Was able to get the rebound, but a foul called on Morel Deng of Four Winds-Minnewaukan. Firebirds inbound near sideline. Mason Palmer around a Fee screen. Back for Cade Fee. Brodina throws, oh no, almost thrown away. Here's a drive and a basket for Mason Palmer. Mason wears 2, Max wears 0. They both have a sleeve on their left legs, so it's tough to tell them apart that way. Dubois spinning into the lane, no, rebound tip and controlled by Alberts. Fresh shot clock, Deng, 3 on the way, too long. Caught underneath by Black, but he couldn't hang on to it. And a breakaway basket for Max Palmer. And the Firebirds have their first lead at 4-3. Black free throw line extended left with Exner all over him. That could be an interesting matchup. Delorme, 15 to shoot. Lob into the block, out of the reach of Alberts. And Exner has it now for Devils Lake. Mason Palmer lost the ball briefly. Exner has it. 3 on the way from the top. Off the bracket by Brodina, doesn't go. Black the rebound, and Exner called for a foul. Exner's first foul, first on Devils Lake in the quarter. 5:36 to go, 4-3 in favor of Devils Lake. Albert's left baseline. Double team, ball thrown away. Retrieved nicely by Max Palmer, but then he lost it. Firebirds still have it, and Mason Palmer's shot is no good. But a foul and 2 free throws coming. Tyler Black Jr. with the foul. That's his first. 2 on the Indians in the quarter. Mason Palmer with free throw number 1. (5-3) in favor of Devils Lake, make it 6-3. And the Palmer family with all 6 points. Mason with 4, Max with 2. Dubois. Hands for Delorme. And now Black. Stopped in the block. Dubois from the right corner. Jumper from the right wing doesn't go. And Mason Palmer soars to get the rebound. Just over 3 minutes into the opening quarter. 6-3 Devils Lake. Firebirds with a basketball. Mason Palmer and Brodina threw it away. First turnover on Devils Lake. Indian basketball. Deng high left. Stop, double team, lost the ball briefly and lost it permanently. 4th turnover on the Indians. Mason Palmer for Exner. Brodina driving, found a path and scored. And timeout for Winds-Minnewaukan. On the Tim Cassette Seed Sales Golden Harvest scoreboard, Devils Lake with an 8-3 lead on YourLiveEvent.com. This timeout brought to you by Chris Moe Nodak Insurance, your agents with answers.
This is Dustin Nagel with Dakota Heritage Bank. We're a family-owned community bank where decisions are made locally. At Dakota Heritage Bank, we can assist you with all your banking needs, including checking and savings accounts, credit and debit cards, loans of all types, and more. We offer free mobile banking, online banking, and bill pay services. Just go to dhb.bank or download the mobile app for convenient on-the-go banking with Dakota Heritage Bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Devils Lake on an 8-0 run. And now they're going to put full court pressure on Winds-Minnewaukan. Dubois across midcourt, around a screen to the left. Now Deng on the top. He's got a screen. Now Delorme, 16 to shoot. Midway through the opening quarter. Still Delorme driving to the baseline, 8 to shoot. Alberts finding Deng. 5 to shoot. Deng down the baseline. No, but he stepped over the edge. 5 turnovers on Winds-Minnewaukan in the first quarter. Very unlike them. Now the Indians with some full court pressure too as Black wrestles the ball away from Exner. And Black to the line after his shot wouldn't fall. Exner's second foul, the team's second. Exner is a guy that is not afraid to muscle up with anybody. As Tyler Black Jr. gets the first of two free throws. So Exner against somebody like Deng, and free lane violation, no free throw attempt at all. So Black was 1 of 1. And it's an 8-4 game. Nice job of moving the ball by the Firebirds. Exner, double team in the block, and Tyler Black going to be called for a reach-in foul. That's 2 fouls on Black, 3 on 4 Winds-Minnewaukan in the quarter. Brian Exner to shoot 2. We'll have a substitution for Exner at the next whistle, and Joran Lonis, number 0, will check in for Winds-Minnewaukan to replace Black. And Exner making both his first 2 points of the game. And it's coming in as number 20, Alex Hammond, a 6'2 sophomore. He did a nice job off the bench yesterday with some big rebounds in the Firebirds' win over Thompson. And DuBois lost the handle. 6th turnover against Winds-Minnewaukan in the quarter. And number 13, Deion Jackson Jr., a 5'11 senior, will check in. And it'll be DuBois who comes out. Brodina to throw it in. Almost length of the floor against full court pressure, and that's backed off. Max Palmer across midcourt. Still Max. No, but 2 free throws. And Lonis, who just checked into the game, picks up his first foul. That's 4 on the Indians in the quarter. So the next foul against Winds-Minnewaukan will lead to the penalty, 2 free throws for Devils Lake. Palmer hits the first. The Firebirds have made all 5 of their free throw tries in the game so far. I didn't jinx him, son of a gun. 12-4 Devils Lake. Biggest lead for the Indians. Lonis. Hands for Jackson. Delorme faking. Now moving. Hands for Deng. Deng for Jackson, 11 to shoot. Jackson for Lonis, 5 to shoot. Lonis way off balance. It did hit the rim, so no violation. It's a Ben Brodina rebound. And Brodina bouncing off his own foot. Good hustle by Brodina. Avoiding a turnover. 3 on the way, no. And a rebound for Lonis. Jackson. There he is. And there's a 3. Deion Jackson Jr., good shooter, hit the 3. And it's now a 12-7 lead for Devils Lake. Under 2 minutes to go in the opening quarter. Mason Palmer. Max Palmer. Max against a quadruple team. Call for a travel. 3rd Devils Lake turnover. Wembley Yankton, a 6'2 junior, will check in for Winds-Minnewaukan at the next opportunity. Delorme going to yo-yo the dribble. Goes around to Lonis' screen, gives back for Lonis. Swing it for Jackson. Alberts near the block, trying to post up, and a pushing foul called on Cade Fee. Fee's first, third on the Firebirds in the quarter. Wembley Yankton in, and Sylvester Alberts out. Slightly smaller lineup for Winds-Minnewaukan. A fresh shot clock with 1:20 to go in the quarter. Jackson in for Delorme. Deng. Driving and fouled. I was about to say, Deng's been kind of quiet. Ben Brodina with the Devils Lake foul, his first, team's fourth. So the next foul on the Firebirds will put Winds-Minnewaukan into the penalty. As Dustin Brodina making a point of some kind to one of the officials, the Devils Lake coach. Deng with free throw number 1. 12-8. Indians trail by 4 with 1:11 to go in the first. Second free throw off the bracket, and Brodina rebounds. Mason Palmer across midcourt. Had a Fee screen. Brodina avoiding the turnover. Nice pass for Hammond. Kicks it out for Fee. Max Palmer with a 3. Bango! Max with 7 in the opening quarter, and the lead is 15-8. Deng to the baseline, lost the ball, and it's off. Deng out of bounds. Turnover 7 on Winds-Minnewaukan in the opening quarter. 31.5 to go in the quarter, so the shot clock comes off. Briar Exner in for Devils Lake. And number 4, Talon Gregory, a 6'1 junior, into the game for the first time for Devils Lake. Hammond and Fee will come out. A little backcourt pressure, but again they back that off as Max Palmer brings it across. Brodina. Mason Palmer with 17. Exner. He can hit a 3-2 if need be. And a hot potato, now 5 seconds. In and out by Mason Palmer, and that's the end of the quarter. On the Tim Kazet Seed Sales Golden Harvest scoreboard, Devils Lake off to a 15-8 lead over Winds-Minnewaukan. We'll be back after this on YourLiveEvent.com.
Buying and selling heavy equipment at PurpleWave.com saves time and money. We handle all of the details, including pictures, videos, marketing, titles, and payments.
It was almost immediately over the top with the customer service. I've just never ever experienced that before with any other auction service. They're constantly working for me as the seller, and I really like that.
Purple Wave Auction is straight, simple, sold.
You finally found the perfect car in Racing Blue. You even got them to throw in the LED fog lights for free. Auto Owners insures your car because some people never learn to parallel park. That's simple human sense.
River's Edge Insurance Agency, Halstead, 218-456-2172.
Keep going, more.
Devils Lake shooting 50% from the field in the first quarter as the Firebirds have the ball to start frame number 2. Exner a baseline drive, double team, and a foul going to be called. And that will be on Joran Lonis. That'll be his second foul, and the first on the Indians in the quarter. Inbound for Fee, who's back in, feeding Max Palmer to score. Max with 9. And the lead is 17-8. Biggest lead for Devils Lake. Lonis high left. Pulls up from the line, doesn't gut it, and the rebound for Fee. Here come the Firebirds. 1-on-3, not able to convert. Max Palmer, and the rebound for Winds-Minnewaukan. Delorme will hold it, top of the key. Morel Deng, now Yankton. 17 to shoot. Yankton for Deion Jackson Jr. 10 to shoot. Delorme, Jackson. Yankton got the shot away. And a rebound for Brodina. Those are 2 near shot clock violations and a nice move by Max Palmer to let the defender go by and score in timeout for Winds-Minnewaukan. On the Tim Kazed Seed Sales Golden Harvest scoreboard, an 11-point lead for Devils Lake over Winds-Minnewaukan. This timeout brought to you by Chrismo Nodak Insurance, your agent with answers in Grand Forks and Lakota.
We want your home to feel current yet classic. Hi, I'm Sonia Robertson, owner and designer at the Lighting Gallery. There's so much more to lighting than just putting a lighting fixture in the center of the room. It's actually creating an environment, an atmosphere, and creating a home. We will walk through and help you design the perfect light, the perfect size for your space. We want to invite you to the Lighting Gallery. It's worth the visit.
For Winds-Minnewaukan with the ball, trailing by 11. Region 2A semifinal. Sylvester Alberts back into the ball game. 32 for Winds-Minnewaukan. 16-footer up. No. And a rebound for Mason Palmer. Ahead for Rodina on the right wing. 2-on-3. Pass intended for Exner. Hit Deng on the arm and goes out of bounds into the Indians bench. Devils Lake will keep it with 27 to shoot. 6:07 to go in the half. Max Palmer. Brodina thought about the 3. Now he'll go into the lane. 14-footer off the bracket. No good. And a rebound for Alberts. Quickly ahead for Lonis. Didn't go. Playing volleyball with the rebound. Deng able to save it. Out for Delorme with a 3. No, and a foul. And I believe Ben Brodina with the foul, his second, first team foul. And Jonte Delorme will shoot 3 for the Indians. Gets the first. Tyler Black Jr. will check in for Winds-Minnewaukan after the second free throw try, unless it's for Delorme. So Black comes in and Lonis checks out. Delorme with 5 points for the hat trick. No. And a Cade Fee rebound. Exner left wing. Gives to Brodina, ball off Black out of bounds. It'll stay with Devils Lake with 22 to shoot. Under 5.5 to go in the half. Mason Palmer sees the gap, drives, kicks back. Exner with a 3. That's going to be short. Great save by Mason Palmer. Brodina off the bracket. And a rebound for Deng. Deng outside the arc on the right. Albert's right coffin corner. Deng in the block. Double team there. Trying to throw it back out and picked off by Mason Palmer. Turnover 8. And a layup by Max Palmer. Max with 13. 21-10. Indians with the ball, trailing by 11. And a drive by Dubois results in a foul. It's on Max Palmer, his first. And second team foul of the quarter against the Firebirds. Dason Dubois, a 5'8 junior, to shoot 2 for Winds-Minnewaukan. Devils like so physical when the ball comes into the block, they double team you very quickly and make it impossible for you to really do anything productive with the ball. Dubois with 2 of 2. (21-12). Firebirds up. Exner. Mason Palmer's 3 doesn't go, and Deng the rebound. Deng ahead for Delorme. Driving, scoring. Delorme was 7. 21-14. And the ball out of bounds. Just the 4th Devils Lake turnover for Winds-Minnewaukan Mall. Dubois for Deng. Spinning and scoring. Nice move by Morel Deng, his first field goal. 3 points for him. And pressure on the backcourt. Exner back for Brodina. Max Palmer with 17 to shoot. Nice job of moving the ball. Fee gets clobbered, and he'll get 2 free throws for his trouble. Dubois with a foul, second foul against Winds-Minnewaukan in the quarter. Fee showing that time that he can not only dish it out a bit, but he can take it too. Fee's free throw, his first point of the evening. The 6-foot senior. Fee makes them both. 23-16 in favor of Devils Lake. Was trying to find a cutting Deng, and the pass broken up. Max Palmer. It's like the Red Sea opened up. Max with 15. (25-16). Deng. Nice pass. Nice bit of patience by Alberts to let the defender fly by and score. First points for Sylvester Alberts. 25-18. Here's a 3 from Max Palmer that draws air, and a rebound for Black. 2:34 to go in the half. Deng. Alberts fake setting a screen. And now Dubois. Alberts on the block. There's the double team. Nice move by Sylvester Alberts to get something out of that. Alberts with 4. 25-20. Indians within 5. Brodina with a 3. No. And Alberts the rebound. Delorme into the front court for Deng. Kind of seemed like Winds-Minnewaukan needed somebody to grab the game by the back of the neck, and so far it's Sylvester Alberts who's been doing that. Dubois with the ball. 14 to shoot. Delorme. Delorme from in tight. No. Black the offensive rebound and a basket. Tyler Black with 3. And the gap is 3 with 1:20 to go in the half. Exner. Mason Palmer. We play on. And timeout, Devils Lake. $1:04 to go on the half on the Tim Cassette Seed Sales Golden Harvest scoreboard. 25-22 Devils Lake. This timeout brought to you by Chris Moe, Nodak Insurance, your agents with answers.
Here's a message from Tim Cassette, Golden Harvest Seed Sales in the Hillsboro area. When it comes to your operations needs, they want to hear from you, which is why they're committed to listening first. From farmer-focused R&D teams to their Gold Series soybeans and game-changing corn products to the insights shared through the Illuminate digital platform, everything offered is an answer to what they learned from you. For Golden Harvest corn and soybean seed, visit with Tim Cassette Seed Sales Hillsboro, 701-430-0877.
Devils Lake with 4 timeouts left. Winds-Minnewaukan with 3 with 1:04 to go in the half. 15 for shoot for Devils Lake. Mason Palmer. 20, Alex Hammond back into the ball game for the Firebirds, and that is thrown away. Turnover 5 on Devils Lake. The Indians ball with the final minute of the first half. Down by 3. They could tie on this possession. Pass tipped. And they called alarm for an over and back, even though the ball had been tipped by one of the Firebirds. And Rick Smith wants to know why, the Winds-Minnewaukan coach. Looked like he accepted the referee's explanation. And Deng with a block of Mason Palmer. .31 to shoot. 9-second difference, game clock and shot clock. And an offensive foul called on Devils Lake. Max Palmer asking what he did. His second foul, team's third of the quarter. Penalty not going to come into effect, I don't think, with 38 seconds and counting to go in the half. Delorme takes his time across midcourt. 3-second difference, game clock and shot clock. Deng sees a gap and scores. Nice move by Morel Deng. He's got 5. 25-24, Indians now within 1. Mason Palmer around a screen. Jumper draws air. Rebound Lonis. And that's the end of the half. Devils Lake had gone up by 11 in a couple of stages in the second quarter. But as we go to halftime, it is a 1-point game. On the Tim Cassette Seed Sales Golden Harvest scoreboard, Devils Lake 25, Winds-Minnewaukan 24. We'll sum up the first half when we return on YourLiveEvent.com.
If you have concern or questions about the mental health of yourself or a loved one, Trail District Health Unit's Credible Mind platform offers convenient and to help inform you about mental well-being. Credible Mind offers 21 different assessments to guide you in your mental health journey, from sleep quality and burnout to anxiety and depression. To get started today and learn about your mental, emotional, physical, and spiritual health, visit traildistricthealthunit.crediblemmind.com.
Before the farming season moves forward, there's one important decision to make. Every year brings unknowns: weather, markets, yields. Multi-peril crop insurance helps protect the work you put in long before harvest. The MPCI crop insurance closing deadline is March 16th. At Irie Insurance, we've helped generations of farmers plan ahead with confidence. Let's make sure you're ready. Contact IRE Insurance for guidance you can trust.
The City of Hillsborough encourages customers to use electricity wisely through its Bright Energy Solutions rebate program. These rebates help customers save energy and money, improve their comfort, and protect the environment. You can get rebates on Energy Star appliances and lighting, as well as high-efficiency heat pumps and air conditioners. They even have rebates for home electric vehicle chargers. Business customers can receive rebates too. Call the City of Hillsborough for more information or visit brightenergysolutions.com.
Goose River Bank is here for the communities we serve, building relationships that last a lifetime. Serving the strong Red River Valley and beyond, we are your neighbors, friends, and family, committed to providing everything from everyday personal banking to loans for your farm or business. Visit one of our locations in Mayville, Hillsborough, or Hatton, or reach out and we'll happily come to you, because it's the neighborly thing to do. Goose River Bank, strong communities.
Whew, sorry I'm late. I had to walk again.
Where's your car?
Whew, the auto shop said it would take a few months to fix.
You should have taken it to Abra.
Abra Auto Body can fix your car faster than the other body shops. After your claim is filed, Abra handles the rest with the insurance companies and adjuster. Lonnie and his team will take good care of you. Visit us on 32nd Avenue South or schedule your appointment at abraauto.com. Abra Auto Body, right the first time, on time.
Abra Auto Body, Grand Forks.
From the Louis Lee Fieldhouse at Mayville State University, Joe Lancello and Kevin Kochman with you from Mayville State and the Region 2A boys basketball playoffs. Devils Lake leading Winds-Minnewaukan 25-24 at the break. Devils Lake had a 15-8 lead at the quarter. We only had one lead change. We have not had any ties so far. And at one stage, Devils Lake had a 21-10 lead. But from that point on, Winds-Minnewaukan went on a 15-4 run. A 14-4 run. And now it's a one-point game again at intermission, which is kind of what we thought we might have here at the break. It's just a question of how we got there. Checking the scoring for Devils Lake, led by Max Palmer with a 3, 5 twos, 2 of 2 at the line for 15 points. The only Devils Lake player in double figures, Mason Palmer with a basket, 2 of 2 at the line for 4. Cade Fee, 2 of 2 at the line for 2. Briar Exner, 2 of 2 at the line for 2. Ben Brodina with a basket for 2. Taylon Gregory and Alex Hammond have played and have not scored. Devils Lake shooting 38% from the field, 8 of 21, just 1 of 9 from three-point range, 8 of 8 from the free throw line. And the Firebirds unofficially 8 rebounds, just 1 offensive board. Brodina and Palmer with 3 rebounds apiece to lead the Firebirds. 6 turnovers also against Devils Lake. Devils Lake 15 points in the first quarter, 10 in the second for their total of 25. For Winds-Minnewaukan, Jonte Delorme with a 3, a 2, and 2 of 3 at the line for 7 points. Morel Deng, 2 baskets, 1 of 2 at the line for 5. Sylvester Alberts, 2 baskets for 4. Tyler Black Jr., a basket, 1 of 1 at the line for 3. Dason Dubois, 2 of 2 at the line for 2. Deion Jackson Jr., a 3-pointer for 3. Joran Lonis and Wembley Yankton have played and have not scored. Winds-Minnewaukan shooting 47.1%, 8 of 17. 2 of 4 from three-point range for 50%. 6 of 8 from the foul line for 75%. 10 turnovers against the Indians, 7 of those in the first quarter. And the Indians with 15 rebounds, 4 offensive boards. Black and Alberts with 4 apiece. For Winds-Minnewaukan, 8 points in the first quarter, 16 in the second for their total of 24. As far as fouls go for Devils Lake, Max Palmer, Brodina, and Exner with 2 fouls apiece. For Winds-Minnewaukan, Black and Lonis with 2 fouls apiece. Again, the winner of this game advances to the region championship game Thursday night here at Mayville State. The loser will play for third place Thursday night here. And the opponent will be either Grafton or Mayport CG, depending on the outcome of our second semifinal, which will be later tonight here following this game on YourLiveEvent.com. That's our halftime. We'll be back on the Tim Gazette Seed Sales Golden Harvest scoreboard. Devils Lake with a 1-point lead over Winds-Minnewaukan, 25-24. The start of the third quarter coming up on YourLiveEvent.com.
What's going on today?
I've got a planter in the shop, and I had the guys from Agassi Precision Ag come over and do an inspection.
You upgrading systems, or are you working on maintenance?
Both, actually. We walked some fields last summer and found areas where we can improve. So we are installing Delta Force and some new opening discs.
Yeah, I bet we're in the same boat. I should give them a call.
Yep, they will come out and look over the planter with you and put a plan together. They are the guys I go to for answers.
Agassi Precision Ag, your local precision planting dealer. Give us a call at 701-636-2119 or planterdoc.com.
Farming today doesn't always feel the same way it used to. Then again, some of it feels all the same. Maybe it isn't so much the jobs that changed, but how they get done. Now that's a different story. Everything got bigger and smaller at the same time. Insurance, accounting, and taxes can get complicated, so you need someone who's looking to keep every dollar possible in your pocket. Ag Country.
Treat yourself to a great career at American Crystal Sugar Company. Team up with quality people making quality products. Full-time and year-round in a stable business. With great pay and benefits including time off available from day one. American Crystal Sugar Company invests in you to promote your continued growth and career advancement. Grow your career, doing your best work within the world's best beet sugar company. Apply online today at AmericanCrystalCareers.com.
What does it mean to be locally owned and operated? For Cenex, it means everything. It means that we know if you take your coffee to go or if you like to stay a while. It means we've helped Little Leagues get jerseys and local festivals get funding. It means we know what our communities need. So you'll always leave Cenex with a full tank, full of snacks, or full of smiles. Or all of the above. And that means the world to us. Cenex, powered locally.
With Kevin Kochman, Joe Lancello with you back at Mayville State University. Third quarter about to get underway. It will be Winds-Minnewaukan basketball as they'll attack the basket to our left in the second half. Again, the winner advancing to the region semifinal on Thursday night, and we'll have that for you here on YourLiveEvent.com. For Winds-Minnewaukan with Deng, Dubois, Delorme, Black, and Alberts, their original starting 5. Likewise for Devils Lake, Max Palmer, Mason Palmer, Brodina, Fee, and Exner. 3 on the way from Delorme is good. Delorme with 10. And the Indians back in front, 27-25. Exner's shot doesn't go, and a rebound for Alberts. Delorme, or check that was Dubois. Now Delorme. Finds Deng. Delorme, Alberts. Double team in the block coming, finds Deng. Nice pass in a basket. Deng with 7. 29-25 as Winds-Minnewaukan come out of the gate with a couple of baskets. A layup doesn't go for Brodina. Quick man advantage. And Dubois off the glass and in. He's got 4. 6-0 start to the quarter. Added to a 14-4 run at the end of the second quarter. And it's now a 6-point lead for Winds-Minnewaukan. Brodina double team in the block. Ball came out to Mason Palmer. Mason's 3 off the bracket. And Deng a rebound. Under 6.5 to go in the third. Albert's on the right wing, hands for Deng. Deng accelerates, does not get the roll. Exner the rebound. Firebirds looking to run. Nice job by Dubois, knocking the ball away from Fee. 30 to shoot, 6:10 to go in the third. Mason Palmer on the throw-in, baseline right. Nice pass for Exner to score. 4 for Exner. 31-27. Firebirds now within 4. Deng pulls up at the baseline, shovels in the lane for Alberts. Able to get a shot in, but couldn't convert. Rebound for Brodina. Long ball from Palmer left wing, now Exner. Scoring. Back-to-back baskets for Briar Exner. He's got 6. It's a 2-point game again at 31-29. Deng. Whistle. There was some contact there. Cade Fee with the foul, his second, and the first on Devils Lake in the third quarter. Dubois on the inbound. That was like about 4.88 seconds out of the possible 5. Alberts, 3, no. And a rebound from Mason Palmer. Firebirds from left to right in the traveling red with white and black. Fee. Exner. Fee again. Brodina. 16 to shoot. Fee thought about a 3, forgot the ball. Turnover 7 on Devils Lake. Deng. For Alberts and now DeLorme. Black for Alberts. 4.5 to go in the third. Deng with 11 to shoot. Pulls up at the foul line. No, but a foul and 2 free throws from Morel Deng. Ben Brodina committing his third foul. That's the second on the Firebirds in the quarter. Morel Deng, 7 points, 1 of 2 at the line today. Morel will play football next year as a wide receiver for the North Dakota Fighting Hawks. First free throw missed. And Morel's brother Deng Deng, already a wide receiver with UND. 13, Deion Jackson Jr. comes in for Winds-Minnewaukan, along with 0, Joran Lonis. Deng with 1 of 2, he's got 8. (32-29), 3-point lead for Winds-Minnewaukan. Exner. Brodina, Max Palmer. Couldn't score, rebound tipped out, and it's controlled by DeLorme. DeLorme for Lonis. And now Deng. Midway through the third quarter. Alberts for Jackson. 3 up by Delorme, no, off the bracket. And a rebound for Fee. Three on the way, yes, by Brodina. He's got 5 points. That's just the second 3 of the game for Devils Lake. And we're tied at 32. That's our first tie of the game. Delorme. Alberts. Fee not getting any defensive help. Alberts missed the bunny in close. Fighting for the rebound. It's Rodina who comes away with it. Exner from the left corner to the baseline to the bucket. Exner with 6 in the quarter and 8 points on the game. As Devils Lake regain the lead at 34-32. Delorme. Jumper no and a rebound for Exner. Max Palmer on the left wing. Exner. Brodina, 3 on the way, no. Rebound off Max Palmer out of bounds. It goes to Devils Lake. 11, Dason Dubois back in for Winds-Minnewaukan. Deng and Alberts come out. Tyler Black back into the game for Winds-Minnewaukan, and 20, Alex Hammond back in for Devils Lake. Fresh shot clock, 2:20 to go in the third. Hammond with space. Missed the floater in close. Black had the rebound. He got barged into by Mason Palmer. First foul on Mason. That's 3 on the Firebirds in the quarter, which has 2:06 to go. For Winds-Minnewaukan ball trailing 34-32. Winner advancing to the Region 2A championship game on Thursday. Entry pass broken up nicely by Brodina. The Indians will keep it with 26 to shoot and 1:57 to go in the third. Dubois on the throw in. And a foul before the ball got in play. Foul on Tyler Black of Winds-Minnewaukan, that's his third. And it's the first foul on the Indians in the third quarter. Black checks out. And Morel Deng back in for Winds-Minnewaukan. For Taylon Gregory in the game for Devils Lake. Hammond with a drive and a basket and a foul. Lonis with the foul for Winds-Minnewaukan, his third, team second of the quarter. 4-point lead for Devils Lake, and Hammond, the 6'2 sophomore. Couldn't finish the three-point play, but a nice offensive rebound for Mason Palmer, and he got fouled. And that's on Lonis, and that's his fourth. So Lonis with 4 fouls, Black with 3 for Winds-Minnewaukan. 32, Sylvester Alberts checking back into the Indian lineup. And Cade Feed, number 5, coming back in for Devils Lake to replace Hammond. Mason Palmer on the throne with 1:41 to go in the quarter, and that was tipped. So we'll play on, no over and back. Mason Palmer. Spinning left of the lane. Finds Gregory, who somehow found some room for a shot. No good, and Alberts the rebound. Jackson, 3, no. And Fee the rebound. Fee overshot the basket, but Gregory uncovered, scores on the rebound. Dalen Gregory's first bucket. 38-32 Devils Lake. Final minute of the third quarter. Jackson for Alberts. Now DeLorme, 15 to shoot. Eight to shoot. 4 to shoot. Long three, no. Shot clock violation because the ball has to hit the rim. Unofficially, turnover 11 on Winds-Minnewaukan. Full court pressure from the Indians. The shot clock is off for the rest of the quarter. Gregory. Max Palmer with 11 to go. Max trying to hand it off to Mason Palmer. We got a whistle. And a foul with 4.2 to go in the quarter. That's on Jonte DeLorme, his first. That's 4 on the Indians in the quarter with 4.2 to go. No penalty coming here, I wouldn't think. Mason Palmer somehow got the ball back. Fee. And that didn't go, and that's the end of the third. On the Tin Cassette Seed Sales Golden Harvest scoreboard, it's Devils Lake 38, Winds-Minnewaukan 32. Fourth quarter after this on YourLiveEvent.com. Transform your home with Central City Lumber, your one-stop shop for all your home improvement needs. From showplace cabinets, stylish flooring, and Valspar paint, they have everything you need to bring your vision to life. Their expert team is here to help you choose the perfect materials and provide expert advice for your project. Plus, they build custom portable homes that can be moved anywhere in North Dakota. Visit Central City Lumber in Carrington today and see why they're the go-to destination for home improvement. Central City Lumber, quality you can build on.
Red River Valley winters are demanding. The expert heating and plumbing technicians at Bears Home Solutions will keep your home warm, dry, and comfortable all winter long. When winter's chill is in the air,
you need a bear in there.
Check out bearshomesolutions.com.
With Kevin Kochman, Joe Lancella with you from Mayville State University. Region 2A semifinals. Fourth quarter just underway. Devils Lake with the ball and a 6-point lead. They were down by 6 in the third quarter, but have come back. Firebirds with Exner back in the game. Fee, Mason Palmer, Max Palmer, and Brodina, the 5 on the floor. Mason Palmer pulling up in the lane. No! And Deng yanks down the rebound. Dubois driving. No, and a foul. And that's on Max Palmer, his third foul. First of the quarter for the Firebirds. Dubois 2 of 2 at the line. 4 points on the game, and the first one good. Winds-Minnewaukan with Black, Deion Jackson Jr., Dubois, DeLorme, and Deng on the floor. Dubois sinks both. Backcourt pressure now. Brodina on the left. Mason Palmer. Exner ran into a double team. Wide open Max Palmer on the right. 3 doesn't go. Offensive rebound Exner. That doesn't go. Here's Dubois the other way, laying it up and in. 8 for Dubois. 38-36. Indians down 2. 1 minute into the fourth quarter. Ben Brodina threw it away and retrieved by Black. Dubois for Deng. Still Deng scores. Splitting a double team. Deng with 10. Tied at 38. Second time we've been tied. The first time was at 32. Mason Palmer. Exner open on the left. Oh! And they're going to call Exner for the foul. 3 on Briar Exner. That's the second on Devil's Lake in the fourth quarter. Deion Jackson out. Number 12, Wembley Yankton in for Winds-Minnewaukan. Deng beats a defender. Couldn't get the ball in the hoop, though. And an Exner rebound. 2 minutes play in the fourth quarter. 38 all. 3 on the way from the left. Brodina in and out. And a rebound for Deng. Chance for the Indians to go ahead. Dubois couldn't convert. We got a whistle. Yankton commits the foul for Winds-Minnewaukan. That's his first. First foul on the Indians in the fourth quarter. Devil's Lake with a timeout on the Tim Gazette Seed Sales Golden Harvest scoreboard. Tied at 38 on YourLiveEvent.com. This timeout brought to you by Chris Moan Nodak Insurance, your agents with answers in Grand Forks and Lakota. There's a new inventory of trailers at Bloomfield Enterprises of Hillsboro. You can see the latest inventory online at BloomfieldTrailers.com. Bloomfield Enterprises has a full line of Big Tex trailers. Big Tex has affordable and versatile utility trailers for all your jobs. Big Tex has a full line of products from ATV trailers to gooseneck to dump trailers and more. Call Larry at 218-368-7989 or Tim at 701-430-0877. Bloomfield Enterprises in Hillsboro.
Are Peterson Farm seed reps real-life seed heroes? Well, they've been known to go the extra mile, literally thousands of extra miles every year. And when they're not driving gravel roads, they're out walking fields and sampling soil. When time is the enemy, they're there to save what's left of the day. Are all Peterson Farm seed reps seed heroes? I guess that's a yes. Peterson Farm Seed. We're that kind of seed company.
Each team with 3 timeouts remaining for the final 5:42 of regulation. Tied at 38. Brodina in the front court far side. Pass, Fee just able to keep it in bounds into Mason Palmer. Max Palmer with a 3 off the bracket. And a rebound by Yankton. Boy, did he go up to yank that. Dubois in the front court. Game tied at 38. Deng on the left wing. And he'll score. Deng with a dozen. Winds-Minnewaukan in front now with 5 minutes to play. Exner. Max Palmer with a 3, yes. Max Palmer with 18. Short timeout on the Tim Gazette Seed Sales Golden Harvest scoreboard. Devils Lake 41, Winds-Minnewaukan 40 on YourLiveEvent.com. This timeout brought to you by Chris Moan, your insurance agent with answers. We'll be right back.
You have big dreams for your community. At Rivera, so do we. Giving back more than $1 million locally each year. It's something bigger than time and money. We give heart. Wearing bright yellow and lending a hand. It's not just giving back.
Watch your step.
It's building forward.
Nice and easy.
With local sponsorships and decision-making, the impact is felt everywhere. It's who we are. Bavera. Let's forge ahead together.
(41-40), Devils Lake in the lead. Devils Lake ranked third in the state. Winds-Minnewaukan ranked number 1 in the state in Class A. Winds-Minnewaukan looking to regain the lead. Delorme for Dubois. Dubois finding Deng. Nice pass in a basket. Winds-Minnewaukan with a timeout now with 4:31 to play on the Tim Gazette Seed Sales Golden Harvest scoreboard. It's a 1-point lead for Winds-Minnewaukan on YourLiveEvent.com. This timeout brought to you by Chris Moe, Nodak Insurance.
Brock Brent Construction Inc. has been around since 2006. We do commercial and residential concrete and construction. From concrete parking lots, house foundations, stamped concrete patios and driveways, to new construction and home remodels. Call Brock today at 701-430-1011. Brock Brent Construction Inc., serving you since 2006.
The best thing about winter in Devil's Lake is the ice fishing. Just dropping a line down the hole and waiting for that big whopper to bite. Winter can cause some big problems too, like with your furnace and heating systems. That's when you need to get Clements on the line. They service all fuel types and all makes and models of heating systems.
Jay, aren't you supposed to be in school?
Just keep a nice house warm for you, Dad.
Devils Lake inbound against a full court press, trailing by a point, 42-41 with under 4.5 to play in the fourth quarter. Winner advances to the region championship game. The loser will play for third place on Thursday. And Deng with a foul on Mason Palmer. 2 fouls on Deng, 2 on the Indians in the quarter. 22 to shoot for Devils Lake, as Brodina will throw it in. Interesting formation where players are so close to the guy inbounding the ball. Mason Palmer into a triple team. Exner marks the spot. Exner with 11. 44-42 Devils Lake. Delorme scoring. Nice move, a dozen for Delorme. Tied at 44, our third tie. Exner for Mason Palmer, Max Palmer. Mason, 3 on the way, yes! Take that. 47-44 Devils Lake in front. 3:20 to play in regulation. Delorme for Deng. Driving on Brodina, pass intended for Black, tipped out of bounds. It'll stay with the Indians with 14 to shoot. Following this game, Grafton against Mayport CG in the other 2A semifinal. We'll have it for you on YourLiveEvent.com. Entry blast. Oh, great steal by Exner. Mason Palmer open. That 3 doesn't go. And a Deng rebound and a foul as Exner hit the deck. That's on Tyler Black, his 4th foul. 3rd on the Indians in the half as Black will check out, and 32 Sylvester Alberts comes back into the Indian lineup. Fresh shot clock for Devils Lake. Under 3 to play. Mason Palmer driving and scoring. 49-44 Devils Lake. 2:38 to play in regulation. Deng through the crowd. Doesn't get the roll. Fee got the rebound. Mason Palmer. How did he get that much room so quickly? Mason with 11. 7-point lead for Devils Lake. Timeout for Winds-Minnewaukan. On the Tim Cassette Seed Sales Golden Harvest scoreboard, Devils Lake now with a 7-point lead, 51-44 on YourLiveEvent.com. This timeout brought to you by Chris Bone Nodak Insurance.
New Solid Tech R floors deliver sustainable high performance from bottle to floor. They're PVC-free and made with natural stone and recycled single-use plastic for scratch-proof, flood-proof protection that stands up to all that your life demands. Because sustainability, beauty, and performance are at the heart of Solid Tech R floors.
Available at Carpet World, 17th Avenue South, online at carpetworldfargo.com.
Right here on Main Street, something strong is happening. Welcome to your local gym, Central City Wellness Center of Carrington. Open 24 hours a day. Whether you're into cardio or free weights, they've got the equipment to keep you moving. Join their free mobility classes, Mondays and Wednesdays from 5:30 to 6 p.m. Open to anybody. Recover right with their sauna and enjoy 24-hour tanning access. Book workouts, classes, and tanning all in one place with the Gym Master app. Call 652-2555. Central City Wellness Center of Carrington. Your gym, your time, right on Main Street.
If you like what you're seeing here, give us a like on Facebook for YourLiveEvent.com. Dubois into the lane, hesitates. High off the glass, no good. Alberts fighting his way in to score. Sylvester Alberts with 6. 51-46 and the ball poked out of bounds. Turnover none unofficially on Devils Lake. 2-possession game with 1:55 to play in regulation. Dubois, I think, tried to spike it off one of the Firebirds. The ball would go out of bounds, but it didn't work that way. Here's a Ben Brodina 3, in and out. And a rebound for Lonis. 1:35 to go in regulation. DeLorme, Alberts. Lonis, 3, right corner, no. And a rebound for Mason Palmer. 1:22 to play in regulation. Max Palmer for Fee. Exner. For Winds-Minnewaukan has 1 foul to give. That would give them 4, and then the next foul would be the penalty. Final minute. There's the foul to give away. On Sylvester Alberts is first. Individual fouls, Black and Lonis, 4 fouls apiece for Winds-Minnewaukan. For Devils Lake, Max Palmer, Brodina, and Exner, 3 each. 2 fouls against the Firebirds in the fourth quarter. Brodina in for Max Palmer. And there is a bump by DeLorme that'll be his second, and that'll put the penalty in effect. 15 foul. Max Palmer, 2 for 2 at the line today. The senior, 18 points. First one no good. Trying to add to a 5-point lead with 1:01 to play in regulation. Double miss, but an Exner offensive rebound. Deng trying to get a steal and a foul. 3 fouls on Deng. Free throws with 55.6 to play. And Max Palmer back at the line after missing 2 just a couple of moments ago. First one good there. The next one would make it a 3-possession game if he makes it. And he does. 20 for Max Palmer. 7-point lead, 53-46. Lonis for Deng. Finding Alberts underneath the score bunny. 8 for Sylvester Alberts. And Mason Palmer took a bump. And that foul will be on Deng, his 4th, penalty in effect. Mason Palmer, 2 of 2 at the line. He's got 11. 53-48, Devils Lake. Doesn't get the roll that time. Possession arrow favors for Winds-Minnewaukan if we get to that. Mason with 1 of 2. 2-possession game. And a holding foul called on the Firebirds. That's on Mason Palmer, his 2nd. 3rd team foul. So the Firebirds with 1 more foul to give. 34.1 to play. The shot clock is off for the duration of regulation. And a foul on I believe on Brodina. I've got that down for his 4th. It's the team's 4th. So the next Firebird foul will result in the penalty. In for Alberts. Ball poked out and taken away. A whistle with 28.7 to go. This foul on Jonte Delorme, that is his 3rd. Mason Palmer back at the line. He made 1 of 2 a moment ago. Firebirds trying to ice a 54-48 win. Again, 2-possession game. A made free throw would make it a 3-possession game with less than half a minute to play in regulation. And it is a 3-possession game as Mason with 1 of 2. 55-48. 3 from Deng. No good, and a rebound for Max Palmer. And a foul with 14.9 to go, and that may be that. Delorme committing his 4th foul. Max 4 of 6 at the foul line. The senior with 20 points. And no roll there. Still a 3-possession game as far as for Winds-Minnewaukan concerned, as 13 Deion Jackson Jr. comes in to replace DuBois. Jackson not afraid to shoot from long distance. Free throw by Max, no, off the bracket. Excellent offensive rebound. And a foul with 10.2 to play. Deion Jackson with the foul, that's his 1st. And Devils Lake timeout. On the Tim Gazette Seed Sales Golden Harvest scoreboard, the Firebirds on the verge of a win, 55-48 on YourLiveEvent.com. Timeout brought to you by Chris Moen, Nodak Insurance.
Central Valley Bean Cooperative in Buxton, North Dakota has adapted to the growing needs of the edible bean industry since 1982. Production of edible beans helps many growers in the Red River Valley make their farming operation more profitable. These growers are also producing a nutritious, high-protein food source helping feed a hungry world. Central Valley Bean Cooperative in Buxton with receiving stations in Garski, Grafton, Larimore, Sharon, Devils Lake, Lincoln, Wilton, and East Grand Forks. Learn more at centralvalleybean.com or call 701-847-2622.
Growers, prepare your fields and yields against the wet conditions today and beyond with the Drain Tile Project from Chad's Excavating out of Mayville. Drain tiling will improve and increase your yields and land values for years to come. Chad's Excavating provides free detailed estimates, and with over 40 years of combined success, they provide professional installation and service. Call Chad today to prepare for your future and any questions that you might have. That's Chad's Excavating out of Mayville, helping farmers grow.
Max Palmer hitting the first of 2 free throws. 56-48 Devils Lake. Second free throw missed. Time running out, 3 up and off. A rebound for Max Palmer, and that'll do it. Devils Lake to the region championship game. Quite a game on the Tim Gazette Seed Sales Golden Harvest scoreboard. Devils Lake 56. They'll play for the championship Thursday night. Winds-Minnewaukan will play for third place. We'll be back. We'll try to get a hold of Coach Dustin Brodina after these words on YourLiveEvent.com. The City of Hillsborough encourages customers to use electricity wisely through its Bright Energy Solutions rebate program. These rebates help customers save energy and money, improve their comfort, and protect the environment. You can get rebates on Energy Star appliances and lighting, as well as high-efficiency heat pumps and air conditioners. They even have rebates for home electric vehicle chargers. Business customers can receive rebates too. Call the City of Hillsborough for more information or visit BrightEnergySolutions.com.
Before the farming season moves forward, there's one important decision to make. Every year brings unknowns: weather, markets, yields. Multi-peril crop insurance helps protect the work you put in long before harvest. The MPCI crop insurance closing deadline is March 16th. At IRE Insurance, we've helped generations of farmers plan ahead with confidence. Let's make sure you're ready. Contact IRE Insurance for guidance you can trust.
Sharing our heritage, sharing our future. Choosing the right bank for your financial needs can be challenging with the many choices available. Dakota Heritage Bank is pleased you're interested in knowing more about what they can do for you. The Dakota Heritage Bank community bank setting is a strong advantage they have over larger, less personal banks. Customers are more than account numbers, they are friends and neighbors. Working together, Dakota Heritage Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Hey, how are you? How can we help you today?
You know, this old gal's been good to me, but I was looking for something with a little more speed.
You know, I think I have just the right car for you.
So, what do you got for me?
Serving those who served us since 1923.
Well, as a final score here in this first of 2 semifinals, North Dakota Region 2A boys basketball, Devils Lake 56-48 winners over Winds-Minnewaukan. Kevin Kochman, Joe Lancella with you. We're waiting for Dustin Brodina for a potential post-game conversation. Joe, I know when we talk about some of the post-game accolades here, Devils Lake had enough here today, and it took the team effort to get by Winds-Minnewaukan.
Oh, it certainly did. They forced 15 turnovers against Winds-Minnewaukan. 7 lead changes in this game and 3 ties. Devils Lake led at 15-8 at the quarter, and leading 25-24 at the break. Devils Lake would extend that lead in the third quarter, 38-32. And we've got some players coming out here and waiting to see Coach Dustin Brodina.
Sure, and we'll try to get to Coach Brodina here if at the next moment on an opportunity. And we also see on the floor getting ready Grafton and Mayport CG for the second game, the second semifinal here today. The winner will get Devils Lake for the championship tomorrow night. Winds-Minnewaukan awaits the loser of this game in the third place, and that third place game is as much of a championship game as the Region 2 title game will be, because it's a win-or-go-home scenario. Win, you move on and get a chance to see the season continue, and a chance still remains of a state tournament berth. Meanwhile, the loser of that third-place game will have their season come to a close tomorrow night. So it'll be very intriguing to see how the matchups roll out. You've got some good ones here tonight.
That'll be Thursday night, actually. And right now I'm with Dustin Brodina, the coach of the Devils Lake Firebirds, winners 57-48. Quite a performance by your guys.
Yeah, I'm proud of the guys. They played really hard. They executed. Forwinds threw a lot of punches at us. And we were able to weather the storm a little bit. And, we hit some big shots down the stretch, which was really big.
It got so seesaw in the course of the game. You were up by 11 in the second quarter, then they were up by 6 early in the third. And what was it that kept your guys going?
I think it's just being composure and being disciplined, That's the biggest thing this time of year. You got to be able to get stops and be disciplined on offense. And that's what the key was, And I thought we did rush some shots kind of in some of them possessions, but guys are shooters and they got confidence and they hit them down, knock them down sometimes. But I think it was just that defense and then being composed on offense.
And Max with a solid game. Max Palmer, 22 points. Also had a couple of assists and a couple of steals. Talk about his night.
Oh, Max is a great competitor. I mean, I'm sure you've seen it on the floor. He's a competitor. He doesn't want to lose. And he stepped up. He stepped up hard. He made some shots, got some steals, like you said. And then, I think the biggest thing, he got some defense and some rebounds, which is, it's good, proud of him for that.
And we saw an example of your team's toughness. Briar Rexner took a couple of solid shots, but just kept on ticking up, like the old watch commercial said.
Yeah, right. Yeah, these guys they're tough football players. Let's put it that way. They won a state football championship for a reason. These guys are tough guys. You couldn't ask for bigger hearts than these guys that gave it all the way, and they never quit no matter what's up against the wall. And like I said, the back was against the wall, and the guys stepped up, played hard.
Now, how have you done against Mayport CG or Grafton, the opponent for Thursday?
Well, both teams. Well, Grafton beat us during the regular season, and they're a tough team, so that'll be a tough matchup if we see them. And Mayville, we went to their place, and we only won by 7 or 8. So, whoever we're going to play, it's going to be a dogfight. And this time of playoff season, playoff basketball, everybody's going to be fighting for victory and in position, so nothing's going to be easy.
Well, best of luck on Thursday. We'll see you then.
Thanks, Joe.
Dustin Brodina, coach of the Devils Lake Firebirds. Our post-game coaches' comments brought to you by Dakota Heritage Bank, sharing our heritage, sharing our future, with locations in North Dakota and Minnesota, dhb.bank.
And we'll come back with more of our post-game report and get ready for Grafton and Mayport CG on the way as well. Region 2A Boys Basketball, yourliveevent.com.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting, with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
When you want quality nutrition for your livestock that's made right here in North Dakota, there's one name farmers trust: Feed Mix in Harvey. At Feed Mix, they produce a full range of feeds, from beef and swine to poultry, goats, sheep, minerals, and specialty rations, all tailored to fit the needs of your operation. Need feed delivered directly to your yard or pasture? They bring it to you. Their feed specialists are here to help you get the most out of your livestock and your land. Feed Mix in Harvey. Call them today, 701-324-2201.
Farming today doesn't always feel the same way it used to. Then again, some of it feels all the same. Maybe it isn't so much the jobs that changed, but how they get done. Now that's a different story. Everything got bigger and smaller at the same time. Insurance, accounting, and taxes can get complicated, so you need someone who's looking to keep every dollar possible in your pocket. Ag Country.
Embrace the joy of community at Halstead Living Center and Heritage House in Halstead, where wonderful neighbors and energetic minds come together. If you're seeking more than just a place to call home, you found the right spot with Halstead Living Center and Heritage House. Whether your interests lie in music, agriculture, sports, or dancing, you'll find someone who shares your passion and expertise. Discover a fulfilling lifestyle filled with connection and celebration with Halstead Living Center and Heritage House in Halstead. Get more information by calling 218-456-2105 or log on to halsteadlivingcenter.com.
Joe Lancello back at Mayville State University. Devils Lake advancing to the region championship game with a 57-48 win over Four Winds-Minnewaukan. Four Winds led by Morel Deng with 14 points, Jonte Delorme 12. For Devils Lake, Max Palmer 22 points, Mason Palmer's twin brother 13, Briar Exner 11. Our player of the game brought to you by Enbridge, Life Takes Energy. Enbridge, energy for life, enbridge.com for career opportunities. I'm going to go with Max Palmer with a strong night, 22 points, 2 assists, 2 steals, and big plays when the Firebirds needed them. Max Palmer, our player of the game, brought to you by Enbridge, energy for life. And our play of the game brought to you by Agassi Precision Ag, your local precision planting dealer. Agassi Precision Ag in Hillsborough. Call 701-636-2119 or visit planterdoc.com. For the play of the game, I'm going to go with a steal with 3:05 to go in the third quarter by Briar Exner of Devils Lake. It was under the basket and did out amazingly well to get the ball and get the takeaway. So I'm going to go with that as our play of the game, brought to you by Agassi Precision Ag, your local precision planting dealer in Hillsborough, 701-636-2119. That will do it for this particular game. Kevin Copeland will have the play-by-play in a couple of moments for our final game of the day with Grafton against Mayport CG. I'm Joe Lancello. This next game on a different feed. Stay with us on YourLiveEvent.com.